Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sadguru Maharaj ki Jai. Sarvatra Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda. Shuklam Baradaram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigna Upashantaye. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Jnana Vairagya Sampurnan Haribhakti Parayanan Purva Acharyan Aham Vande Sampradaya Pravartakani Bhagavat Padamacharyam Srimat Ramanujam Munim Srimat Ananda Tirthancha Ramanandayatim Hitam Sri Vallavancha Nimbarkam Krishna Chaitanyameva Jnaneshwaram Tatanyamscha Purvacharyan Smaramyaham Acharyeshvapi Sarveshu Taratamyam Vinakalo Shuddham Bhagavatam Dharmam Jagraha Premiko Guruhu Kashaya Dandakarakadi Vibhushitanga Vairagya Bhagya Jalade Karunanidhe Tvam Samsara Kupapatitasya Samakulasya Bodhendra Deva Mama Dehi Karavalambam Hare Rameti Krishneti Nama Sankirtanam Sada Lokakshemaya Kurvantam Premikam Sadgurum Bhaje Kalikalochitam Dharmam Nama Sankirtanatmakam Nirnetum Avatirnam Tam Premikam Sadgurum Bhaje Kalage Sundarakaram Sadaika Priyadarshanam Ajnananashakam Devam Sadgurum Muralidharam Murali Mandita Karakamalam Munijana Mohanam Vyatyasta Padam Vanamala Dharinam Prema Bhakta Mandala Nitya Kirtitam Premika Varadam Ashlayegam Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanaha Tannamami Harim Param Buddhir Bhalam Yasho Dhairyam Nirbhayatvam Arogata Ajatyam Vakpatutvancha Anumat Smaranat Bhavet. Sadguru Maharaj ki Jai. Radhe Radhe. With the immense blessings of our beloved Guru Maharaj, Maharanyam Sri Muralidhara Swamiji, and by the mercy of Sri Madhuri Sakhi Sameta Premikavarda Thakurji, all over the world, we are celebrating a very important day. It sets off a series of celebration in the next 6 months to come. Our Swamiji very beautifully delineates how these 6 months, starting with Guru Poornami or Guru Poornima or Ashada Ekadasi, even before that, heralds the beginning of a series of celebrations in this Dakshinayana Punya Kala. Generally, we say Uttarayana Punya Kala. For us, every kalam is Punya Kalam because in Dakshinayana Punya Kalam, we start off with Ashada Ekadasi, where sadhus and Mahatmas, they generally start their Chaturmasya Vratam. Guru Pournami is the day when they actually do the Sankalpa. Anything we starts with worshipping the Guru. So the first worship we do is Guru Pournami. And then we all do what is called as our Vigneshwara Puja. Very soon we are going to have our Vinayaka Chaturthi. And then we also worship our Pitrus in the holy month of Puratasi. We do Pitru worship also. And then we do an important snana. It's called the Tula Snanam. The next month shows us the Tula Snanam. And then we all worship our Bhagavan Sri Krishna in form of Nama Sankirtana and Bhajanan. That is the month of Margari. And during the Vaikuntha Ekadasi, we all go and do the darshan of Sri Naganatha Swami. And at the very end of this 6 months, which we called Dakshinayana, we celebrate our Surya Bhagavan and we take a sankalpa that we will completely bundle all our past and look upon every day as a new day, obviously. As a festival, we do bogi and burn all our past and not go back and revisit it in complete acceptance of the present. And on the Makar Shankranti, we do the worship of Surya Narayana Bhagavan and start the Uttarayana Punya Kala. So the first festival for us during the 6 months is Guru Poornima. Guru Poornima is a day when we remember not only our own Guru, but our entire Sampradayam, our Guru's Guru, Guru's Guru's Guru, so on and so forth. And today, or rather, Guru Poornima is the day which heralds the descent of our Veda Vyasa Bhagavan. It is Vyasa Poornima. If we call ourselves Hindu, which we do, or a Sanatana Dharmi, all of us, irrespective of our denomination or Sampradaya or tradition, we all bow down to that one Mahatma, to that one Avatara Purusha, to that one every very embodiment of Bhagavan's Jnanam in form of Veda Vyasa Bhagavan. And just like how all our Sampradayas are subservient, or rather, they all bow down to Veda Mata, we also bow down to Veda Vyasa Bhagavan. And today is the descent of Veda Vyasa Bhagavan, very exclusive descent to ensure that Sanatana Dharma thrives even during the dark age of Kali. And Veda Vyasa Bhagavan almost single-handedly ensured that our Sanatana Dharma, true to its name, remains eternal even during trying and challenging times of Kali Yuga, around 5,200 years back. Our Veda Vyasa Bhagavan, first of all, divided the Vedas into 4 in its logical fashion. And he ensured that there was a lineage of rishis to propagate Vedas to this day. And Rig, Yajus, Sama, Atharva Veda, he just divided into 4. Not only that, he wanted to ensure that the purpose and the tatparya of all the Vedas, of all the Upanishads, of all the Itihasas, Puranas, everything, he wanted to ensure that people understand that everything points out to the spiritual direction of realizing what is called as Brahman or Krishna for us. And for in that way, he actually, or for that purpose, he gave us what is called as Brahma Sutras, which are aphorisms, which declare very clearly, without any ambivalence or ambiguity, that the purpose of Vedas and the Upanishads is to actually show us that one reality, that one truth, which is called Brahman. And for people who may not have the time or the opportunity to learn Vedas and Vedanta, he gave us what is called as the 5th Veda called Mahabharata. And Mahabharata includes almost everything we need to know to live in this world and beyond. That is why Mahatmas have given a great epithet, Vyasa Uchishtam Jagat Sarvam, that it is the prasada of Sri Vyasa Bhagavan, this entire world exists. The world of Jnana, the world of Shabda is all Vyasa Bhagavan's prasada. Uchishtam means prasada. Not only that, continuing the tradition of his father, the great Parashara Yogi, our Vyasa Bhagavan gave us 16 more Puranas, and yet not being satisfied by it, he gave us the crown of all the works of Veda Vyasa Bhagavan, the crown jewel of our Sanatana Dharma, our Srimad Bhagavatam. And so today we remember Veda Vyasa Bhagavan for giving us single-handedly the three founding pillars of the philosophy or tattva of our Sanatana Dharma. Upanishads, of course, he did not write the Upanishads, but he protected them. Brahma Sutras, which helps us to analyze, understand, and assimilate the true purport of Upanishads. And he also gave us Bhagavad Gita, which is a very integral part of Mahabharata. These three together is our support in the journey of our spiritual journey of our life. And so they are all called Prasthanatraya. And so we remember Vyasa Bhagavan on this day. Lot of pravachans we do week in and week out, day in and day out. So today I thought on this auspicious address on Guru Poornima, let us all together as the family of Govinda, as the children of our beloved Guru Maharaj, we remember all the Acharyas today. That's what we are going to do. Stories we have heard, Bhagavatam we are hearing every week. And I know the same set of satsang people are here who also remember Bhagavatam every Sunday or every day. And so let us first bow down to our Bhagavan Sri Krishna and our Swamini, Srimati Radharani, because they are the fundamental progenitors or the fundamental originators of our Sampradaya. They are our first Guru. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum, Tam Radhikam, Mama Gurum, Sharanam Prapatye. So, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, we bow down to him. And our Swamini, we bow down to her on this auspicious Guru Poornima. Then we bow down to Vyasa Bhagavan, without whom we would have been actually uncultured, uncivilized, not even worth calling humans, without having any spiritual sense in us. So we bow down to Guru of all Gurus, the very avatar of Vishnu, Sri Vyasa Bhagavan. And then our first avatar of Acharya in Bhagavata Sampradaya is Adi Shankara Bhagavat Pada. Bhagavat Padam Acharyam. We are very fortunate because we follow what is called as Bhagavata Sampradaya, also called as Premika Sampradaya or Bhakti Sampradaya. And our Swamiji guides us very beautifully in this Sampradaya where we are Rasikas. We don't discard anybody in our Sanatana Dharma. We embrace all the Sampradayas and we adopt one Sampradaya, which is a Sampradaya shown by our Guru. And the beautiful dictum given by our Guru is admire all, adopt one. So today we remember all the great Acharyas, without exception, who showed us the path of Krishna Bhakti, who showed us the path of Bhagavata Dharma. So the first Acharya whom we bow down to is Adi Shankara Bhagavat Pada, the disciple of Govinda Bhagavat Pada. Adi Shankara Bhagavat Pada established our Sanatana Dharma in firm footing by giving us the commentaries of these three main pillars I told about, to make sure that it seems there were 72 different sects and cults which either directly or indirectly opposed our Vedic path of it. Imagine if even one cult had become prominent, the history would have been very different. And our Kanchi Mahaperiva and our Sri Swamiji used to say, our Adi Shankara Bhagavat Pada uprooted all these non-Vedic cults in such a way, in such a gentle and in such a, divine way. But today that we don't even know the names of those, most of those 72 cults. He established our Vedic path in firm footing. He ensured there was harmony between devotees of various deities. He ensured there was harmony between work and knowledge. The Karma Kanda, which underlined the importance of rites, rituals, and work, and the Jnana Kanda, which emphasized that the final summum bonum, the final end or the final conclusion of our Vedic Dharma is knowledge, is jnana. Not knowledge, but knowledge. Not just intellectual knowledge, but experiential knowing. And he also created a beautiful bridge between people who were tired of this constant cycle of work, 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 and people who are attracted towards other religions which underlined knowledge above work. And so he gave us a wonderful Vedantic principle, a wonderful Siddhantam called Advaita Siddhantam. And that is our Bhagavad Pada. He also ensured that we got back the crown of all Divya Desams, Badrikasrama. He brought back the Badri Narayana, who was discarded and thrown away into our Ganga by some other people who did not agree with Vedic religions. And our Vedas, Adi Shankara Bhagavad Gita, brought back our Badri Narayana, installed him back in Badrikashram. And so we bow down to our Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada today. Bhagavad Padam Acharyam Srimad Ramanujam Munim. A few centuries passed. Again, there was an attack to our Vedic religion, and people started discarding one very important aspect of Kali Yuga, which is bhakti. And bhakti can actually thrive only when there is worship of temples. If not for temple worship, our Sanatana Dharma would have been a very thin rivulet. Because of our temple worship, our Sanatana Dharma is an eternal river, a Jiva Nadi. And that reinstalling the greatness of bhakti and refreshing the knowledge that temple worship and worshipping Vasudeva, worshipping Narayana is central to our Vedic religion, came another great Mahapurusha, Bhagavat Ramanujacharya. He also wrote commentaries to our Brahma Sutra and Bhagavad Gita to show that dry knowledge is of no use. We need to supplement knowledge with bhakti. In fact, bhakti is the mother of knowledge. I dare say that our Bhagavat Ramanujacharya was a path breaker in actually showing the importance of bhakti, in showing the centrality of devotion towards Vasudeva as our Vedic principle of religion and spirituality. And many other bhakti traditions which came after Ramanujacharya followed the path shown by our Ramanujacharya and of course differed in small aspects. Okay. And Ramanujacharya re-established or made this prominent, the Siddhanta of Visishtadvaita, which was inspired by his own Acharya, Sri Alavandar Swami. So we bow down to our Bhagavat Ramanujacharya, whose heart embraced the entire humankind and beyond, whose heart knew no divisions, whose heart knew that everybody is children of Narayana, everybody deserves to attain Narayana. And so he proclaimed the greatness of Narayana Nama to the whole world, even breaking a tradition which was imposed by one of his acharyas. Such was the compassion of Bhagavat Ramanujacharya. On this auspicious day of Guru Poornima, let us bow down to our Bhagavat Ramanujacharya's holy feet. Bhagavat Padamacharyam Srimad Ramanujam Munim Srimad Ananda Tirthancha. What our Bhagavat Ramanujacharya did prominently all over India, but prominently in South, was continued by another great avatara, Purusha, called Sri Ramananda Swami, whose heart was filled with Rama Bhakti. His heart was actually a sanctum to the Ram Parivar, Sita Ram Parivar. And during the time when Hinduism was facing major challenge by oppressors, it was our Ramananda Swami with the majestic Ramanama in his lip who brought back Sanatana Dharma from the abyss of oppression, giving strength, energy, and actual vigor to all the people to continue the path of bhakti and Sanatana Dharma. And to this day, our Ayodhya, Chitrakoot, all these Divya Desas are taken care by the people following Ramananda Sampradaya called Ramanandis. To an extent that in the northern part of India, if you say Rama Bhakti, it was installed by our Ramananda Swami. And these great Mahatmas like Kabir Das ji, so on and so forth, were all disciples of Sri Ramananda Swami. He ensured that Ramanam and Ramayan were in the lips and hearts and ears of all the people who needed that inspiration and strength to tide over trying times. His philosophy, Ramananda Swami's philosophy, keeps our Ramachandra Prabhu and Sita Mata as the center, as the primary deity. Bhagavat Padamacharyam Srimad Ramanujam Yatim Srimad Ananda Tirtancha Ramananda Yatim Hitam. Srimad Ananda Tirtancha, I miss him. Of course, how can we miss our Madhvacharya Swami? He brought back the greatness of Krishna Bhakti, and our Ananda Tirtha Swami, as our Madhvacharya Swami is also called, was the cause for us to have this wonderful Udupi Kshetra and our little Udupi Krishna. He brought in the rejuvenation of Bhakti in the areas of Karnataka and around. He was so much a Bhakta that he said that the actual Siddhanta is Dvaita, Hari, Sarvottamaha, Vayu, Jivottamaha. There is certainly difference between devotee and the one whom he is devoted to, which is Hari. And of everything, Hari is the supreme. And of all the jivas, souls, Vayu is the supreme. And he gave us, again, he wrote commentaries to the Prasthanatraya, and he established Krishna Bhakti in firm footing. And he also created a beautiful hierarchy of all deities. He said Krishna is supreme, and you can worship all the other deities also, understanding that Krishna is supreme and all the other deities are subservient to Krishna. That is the greatness of our Srimad Ananda Tirtha Swami, Ananda Tirtha Acharya. And then came Ramananda Yatim Hitam, Ramananda Swami. Then came Hita Harivamsha, another great Mahatma. Now we are all going to see Bhagavata Sampradayas of our Vrindavan. They are called Char Sampradayas. Hita Harivamsha Swami or Hita Harivamsha Acharya is called Rasikacharya. He showed what Rasika means. And it's a very different path where prominence is given to our Radharani, and our Krishna is as associated with Radha. And he gave us a great gift called Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi Parama Rasa Grantha. Only few who are fortunate can relish that. He wanted to show everything is our Radha Devi's beauty and divinity. Right from the sweet fragrance of a flower to the coolness of a river, to the innocence of a child, to the majesty of the Akasha, of space, to this beautiful taste of a prasada from the temple. Everything is Radharani interacting and smiling with us, the mother. So our Hita Hari Vamsha Acharya, a great Rasika Acharya, he showed that Radharani is the center of universe. And Radharani's consort is Krishna. That's why The Bhagavan Sri Krishna whom they worship is named as Radha Vallabh. Radha. So let us go down to our Adi Shankara Bhagavat Pada, Bhagavat Ramanujacharya, our Ananda Tirthas Acharya, which is our Madhvacharya, and Ramanandacharya, and Hita Hari Vamshacharya. That's it. And then next is our wonderful Brindavana Sampradaya shown by Sri Vallabhacharya. Sri Vallabhacharya showed us the path of Pushti Marga. For Vallabhacharya, Bhagavatam is the primary authority. He was a worshipper of Bhagavatam. And our Pushti Marga, the word is taken from Bhagavatam. Of the 10 characteristics of Bhagavatam, the Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam, Poshanam. The fourth characteristic is called Pushti or Poshanam, that Bhagavan takes care of his devotees. Bhagavan nourishes the devotee. And our Vallabhacharya Swami kept that as the central principle. And for that Swami, Vallabhacharya Swami, Srinathji was the wonderful deity whom he installed in Namadwaar. And to this day, he took care of Srinathji like how Yashoda Mata takes care of little Lalla, Krishna Lalla. And you should go to Namadwaar to understand what I am saying. No words can describe it. And he was the one who prayed. Our Swamiji used to often tell us that he prayed, he wishes a Janma of a worm so that he can wriggle 1 iota of space, do Bhagavata Saptaham there, wriggle to the next iota of space, do Bhagavata Saptaham there. That way, not missing even the smallest particle of this earth. And he wants to kill this earth with Bhagavata Saptahas. Such was his love for Srimad Bhagavatam. And our Vallabhacharya Swami has given us a wonderful commentary in Bhagavatam. It's called Sri Subodhini Ji. You see, like we worship our Guru's Grantham, like our Guru worships our Sri Premika Grantham as Bhagavan itself. The followers or the devotees of Pushti Marga worship the works of their Acharya, and so they add a Shri in front and Ji in the back. See the beauty of that tradition. When I said, do you know Subodhini? They said, and they asked me, you mean Sri Subodhini Ji? And I stood corrected. Such is the greatness of our Sri Vallabhacharya's love for Bhagavatam. And of course, Nimbarkacharya, he again kept our Radha Devi as the center of spirituality. He was the pioneer in Radha Rani's worship in Vrindavan. And he has given us detailed descriptions about the various Sakhis of Radha Rani and the entire lineage, or rather the spiritual purport and the spiritual sweetness of Srimati Radha Rani, Nimbarkacharya. And then, of course, our Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who showed that Mahamantra Kirtan is the way in Kali Yuga, Prema Swarupat. And he didn't do any works. His heart was so filled with love that he was not able to sit down and create a Siddhanta and all that. He just went on and on and on, chanting, spreading the sweetness of Mahamantra and showing to the whole world, Bhagavan Nama Me Gati. We bow down to our Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jnaneshwaram, our Panduranga Swami, came down in form of a Jnana Kalavatara of Panduranga, like Vyasa Bhagavan, Jnaneshwar Maharaj. He again showed the sweetness of our Bhagavad Gita and gave us Haripat to show the greatness of Vitthala Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti, and Vitthala Nam, Ram Krishna Hari, Nama Mahima. And he brought back the sweetness of our Bhagavad Gita by giving us Jnaneshwari. And in the areas of Maharashtra and beyond, our Jnaneshwar Maharaj, also called Mauli, like a mother, showed us the path of Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Nama Bhakti, and the path of Bhagavata Dharma there. And so our Sri Anna sloka is what I am reciting. And he says, Bhagavat Padamacharyam Srimat Ramanujam Munim Srimat Ananda Tirthancha Ramanandayatim Hitam Shri Vallabancha Nimbarkam Krishna Chaitanyamevacha Jnaneshwaram Tatanyamscha Purvacharyan Smaramyaham. Today we have to do the Smarana of Purvacharya. Bodhendra Swamigal did Nama Siddhanta to show even the Pandits that you take any Shastra, it shows the greatness of Nam. And because of Bodhendra Swami, you have wonderful Sampradaya, Prachina, Bhajana Sampradaya in the southern parts of India. And he did Nama Siddhanta, he did Garjana, he roared the greatness of Nama. We bow down to Bhagavan Nama, Bodhendra Saraswati Swamiji. And then our Guru's Guru, our Sri Anna, we bow down to Sri Anna, who is the very epitome, who is the very embodiment of Srimad Bhagavatam, who is the very embodiment of Mahamantra, who is the very embodiment of Prema, who is the very embodiment of Krishnapremi. And we bow down to our Sri Anna, who has given us fantastic texts and given us the essence. And to this day, when people are talking Bhagavatam with tremendous rasa and prema, I dare say it is because of the rejuvenation done by our Sri Anna. And our own beloved, our heart, our life, our beloved Guru Maharaj, Sri Swamiji, our His Holiness Maharanyam Sri Muralidhara Swamiji. And he is the one who is showing us the path. He is our mother, he is our father, he is our Guru. To almost all of us, he is our Deivam also. He is the one who is showing us the grandness of our Sanatana Dharma, the grandness of Mahamantra, the grandness of being human, including compassion, including controlling our senses, truths, and forbearance. He is the one who is showing us very beautifully in the spirit of acceptance that enjoy everything, admire everything, adopt one path, enjoy all the Mahatma's works. But for us, one Guru, one Swami, one Nama, one Grantha, one Kshetra. Kshetra for us is Madhurapuri. Swami for us is Madhuri Sakhi Sameta Premikavarada Thakurji. The one book for us is Srimad Bhagavatam, and for Rama Bhaktas Ramayanam. And one Guru is obviously our own beloved Sri Swamiji. And one deity I have already said. And one Nama is Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Happy Guru Poornima to all of us. And may our beloved Guru Maharaj inspire us more and more in this journey of Bhagavata Dharma. May we all be united in that love we have for our beloved Guru Maharaj. May we serve him ever. And may we ever not forget our Mahamantra and the wonderful, sweet Leelas of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Let the Mahamantra ring in our lips and the sweet thought of our beloved Thakurji ever linger in our lips. Radhe Radhe. Jai Guru.